Hey guys, welcome to another DIY or how-to video. Tell you what, the weather's not great for it, but that is precisely why we're here. The temperatures are dropping. It's almost July. I think it's the 1st of July tomorrow, so we are kicking straight into the guts of winter. And what better prep to do when you're camping in the cold than a diesel heater? I reckon it's on everyone's to-do list, and I'm going to give it a crack today. I'm going to do it a little bit different. We did have in our old expander, we had a permanent fixed diesel heater that I put in. It was a little bit questionable. So in favour of being able to pull it out when we're not using it, I'm going with a portable unit that Meg found online, and we're going to see how it goes. So follow me and I'll talk you through it. I think it was, I'll see if I can find the details. I'll pop it up here on the screen. I think it was about the $150, $200 mark, but don't quote me on that. I'll find some info and I'll pop it here on the screen and you can make up your own minds. We are going camping with some friends this coming weekend, and they've all bought diesel heaters too. So if I get a chance, I'll have a chat to them about theirs too. Anyway, stay tuned. I'll show you through how I'm going to put all of this together. Rock and roll. Righto, what you see here is what came in the box. Now I don't know how much of it I'm going to end up using because it's not all exactly suitable for a portable kind of installation. I'm sure if you were fixing this inside your van or your camper or whatever it is, that it'd probably be plenty to get your hot air where you need it to go. But I've just picked up one extra part, which I'll show you in a second, that should hopefully suit this application. Anyway, quick rundown on what's in the box. The heater itself, this particular one's got a little LCD screen which is detachable. It's got a cable on the bottom there, so looks like a little bit of length. I don't know how far you'd get that, but looks like enough to maybe mount it somewhere usable. And it does have a little key fob remote which looks like on, off, and I'm hoping that's temperature up and down, but we'll see how we go once I get it fired up. This one is a portable unit. It's supposed to be all in one, so it does have the fuel container on the top there. I don't know if you'd want to fix this inside a camper or a caravan because you'd be smelling diesel all night, but anyway, it comes with a vent. It's 75 mil. Or 3 inches, which is apparently quite standard for this kind of application. I did have trouble finding the duct, but I'll tell you where I got that from in a minute. It comes with instruction manual, which is actually pretty good. The last one we had was a little hard to interpret due to language barriers and translation issues. It comes with a bag of accessories such as hose clamps and brackets, screws and things of the sort. A length of, with semi-rigid exhaust hose, a length of the stainless exhaust hose, a muffler. Now I don't know necessarily if I'm going to be needing this for our particular application because we're going to set the unit up outside, but we'll see how we go. If it's noisy, then yeah, the muffler might be the go, or if we need to get the fumes away from the van, may need to hook that up too. And there is what appears to be a air filter of some description to go on the air intake, and of course the hot air duct. It's not a huge length. What's that? Maybe 500 mil if you're lucky. It's a semi-rigid type of aluminium construction that's supposed to fit on. It goes on the front there nicely, and it does fit onto this plastic vent that comes with it. Quite neat, but this is just not going to be long enough. So I've gone out to a little spot called Road Tech Marine, and I've grabbed this product here, which is a 3 inch by 10 foot or 75 mil by 3 meter. It's like a plastic with wire reinforcement through it. 3 meters long, that'll be plenty. In fact, I'll probably end up cutting it down. Anyway, let's go have a look in the van and I'll show you the plan. Righto, so for those of you joining us for the first time, our van is a 2022 Jayco All Terrain. It's the 19'6" triple bunker. It's a full-size van. It's not a pop top or anything like that. I'll let you know how we go thermally and everything once we've got this heated going, because we are heading away next weekend, going up somewhere towards Ballarat, sort of central Victoria way, and it's going to be freezing. I think we're going to get down to -1 overnight, so I'll let you know how it goes. Anyway, here's the plan. Firstly, I've already been in underneath this seat here where our battery system is. If you haven't seen our previous episodes where I show you all of the battery system and stuff, be sure to jump on, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and check out all our other DIY videos, and you'll see the system that I've got under the seat here. If you need more info on what I've done under there, hit us up, let me know in the comments, and I can always put together another video with all the details, all the juicy bits from our solar and battery system, which has been working fantastically. Anyway, I've already been in, run a cable through. I put a circuit breaker in under there, a 40 amp circuit breaker, which I'm sure is going to be fine as long as the cable I've got is enough to suit. And I've run the cable outside here. Right, on our van, we've got this beaut little hatch here. Right, there it is there. And I've just popped an Anderson plug on. Right, this is the hatch we use for, we run our Starlink cable out here. We just throw some other bits and pieces. It is the hatch that has the TV bracket in it for when you're watching TV outside, but we don't watch TV outside. We figure if we're outside, we've probably got better things to do than watch TV. Anyway, I'm gonna make the hole, bang, right there, nice and easy, hey? 75mm hole. I actually happen to have a 75mm hole saw, so it should be nice and easy. I'll drill through from the other side, which is there, right underneath the bed, and that'll keep it nice and neat. Anyway, let's see how this goes. I always hate drilling into the Caravan, but off we go. Righto, so if we lived in a colder climate and we were camping all the time in the winter, then I'd probably go as far as to say that I'd install something permanently, probably under the bed or under the sofa or something like that in the Caravan. But for the odd time, I don't know, 4 maybe 5 times of the year that we're going to get out in the cold weather, really cold weather, that we're actually going to need a heater, then I think a portable unit like this is going to be just fine. I've popped a couple of bits of timber underneath, screwed the feet down to a couple of bits of treated pine there, and the idea is that we'll just tuck him under the van here, out of the rain, like that, when we need him. Otherwise, we'll take him out of the van, leave him in the garage at home, or put him in the toolbox or something like that. Anyway, I'll get this hose fired up, get some diesel into it, and see how we go. Fingers crossed. Right, so the unit itself has got a positive and a negative terminal on the back of it, and I just had this little Anderson plug adapter just lying around, I don't know, from a previous project or a half-finished one, and so I figure that's good enough. I've got the Anderson plug inside the little hatch, and I'm just going to plug them together and see if she fires up. Well, there it is, people. It's fired up. We got power to the unit. Well, this is always the nerve-wracking part, hey? I'm not entirely sure if it's working. It's at this point that I would recommend you read the manual. So I might go and do that. And I can hear the pump working, so it sounds like it's trying to prime. The fan's definitely running, but the air that's coming out is cold. I assume it's obviously got to warm up and do its thing first, so I'll be right back and I'll let you know how it goes, hey? Well, I was hoping to be able to avoid having to use the exhaust pipe. I was hoping that it would just vent straight out of the bottom of the unit, but the exhaust smoke is probably clouding up and going to end up going on into the intake, so I better hook that exhaust on, hey? Right, so this is the PVC, they call it blower hose, PVC blower hose that I got from RTM, so I'll chuck this on. I think the idea is that I'm just going to put it on sort of temporarily. Oh no!
Oh, the exhaust stayed it.
I know, well, whether I like it or not, I've cut it in half. It's about 1.5 meters long now, which should be enough anyway. I'm just going to fix it on the inside here. I got the hose clamp that came with the heater. Beautiful. Then the idea is every time we want to use it, we just roll this length out.
How's the air?
Ah, yeah, that is sensational. Ah, toasty warm. Beautiful.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yep, pretty happy with that, hey? Well, there you have it, people. We had the best night's sleep with the diesel heater installed. I think 10 settings, power settings, 1 to 10. We had started off at about 3.5 and it was way too hot. Woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, stinking hot, throwing the blankets off. We got down to, I think it was about 1 degree last night, so it was definitely cold enough outside. I popped outside in the morning and turned it all the way down to as low as I could, which was a setting of about 1.5 out of 10, and that kept the van at the perfect temperature all night long. Woke up in the morning and most importantly, 0 condensation throughout the van, so just stoked. Absolutely stoked. Worked a treat. It was quiet enough that we barely heard it, just hummed along outside. It didn't tick like our last diesel heater, that we couldn't hear the pump, which was beautiful, meant it was easy to sleep through. Our friends who are sleeping not 10 meters away from us couldn't hear it at all, so pretty happy with the outcome there. We used about half a tank of fuel. Now I can't see any markings on it to tell me how big the tank is, but I'd say it's probably about 10 litres max. So we would have used no more than 5 litres of diesel last night running the heater. Mind you, we did start it off on a much higher setting than we should have, so that'll give you an idea. We had the thing running from probably 8 o'clock last night till 8 o'clock this morning, and 12 hours of use and 5 litres of diesel. That's pretty good if you ask me. So anyway, stay tuned. Plenty more videos coming. If you haven't already, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. See you out there. Rock and roll.